Jesus often had to deal with the Pharisees and scribes, who were rigid followers of the law. This was one of his greatest mental and intellectual challenges. These men weren't interested in the answers. They simply wanted to find a reason to condemn him. The Pharisees believed that all work was forbidden on the Sabbath, the day of rest, except for worship. Jesus and his disciples were walking through a grain field on the Sabbath, and the disciples picked some heads of grain to eat. The Pharisees immediately challenged Jesus. "Look, why are your disciples doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath?" He responded by reminding them of the story in the Bible where David and his men ate the consecrated bread in the temple, something only priests were allowed to do. Jesus concluded, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath." He made it clear that the law was created to serve people, not for people to be blindly bound by the law. The Pharisees also came to him and asked, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for any and every reason?" Instead of relying on human arguments, he returned to the original truth in Genesis. "For this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh." He emphasized that what God has joined together, let no one separate. He used Scripture itself to provide the answer, not siding with either of the opposing views of the Pharisees, thereby showing his wisdom. Another time, a group of Pharisees and scribes brought a woman caught in adultery. According to Mosaic law, she was to be stoned to death. They asked Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?" If he said to stone her, he would lose his reputation for mercy. If he said not to stone her, he would be accused of going against Mosaic law. He stooped down and wrote on the ground. Then he stood up and said, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." One by one, the people left. Instead of answering directly, he made them look at themselves. This was an intellectual and moral challenge. He didn't abolish the law, but revealed that human self-righteousness is false. These trials show that Jesus was not just a religious leader, but a master of wisdom. He overcame every trap by giving answers based on truth, love, and the righteousness of God, instead of blindly following human rules.